Hello, hello. I'm back with another one of these. I'm going to be trying to do one pause per jump in this run. Although, yeah, let's just get into it. There's not much else to say. Now, oh well, that said, I do have to unbind this to, oh, that works. Sorry if the volume did a little goof there. I'm essentially binding it to my volume control, so I don't press it. Anyways, I will be trying to do one pause per jump, just to try to get in more into no pause. It's been a little bit since I've played Void War. I took a bit of a break, so it might be pretty rough. Oh wait, if it's one pause, then I just need to not bump it. I guess I'll just try no pause then. I don't want to bother with it. Okay. So we got a Acolyte, an Enforcer. I'm probably going to just teleport on the Acolyte, get him in combat immediately, so he doesn't path out of the room. Because what Acolytes do on enemy ships is that after a little bit of time has passed, they'll try to path out of the room, and go somewhere else to deploy their force shield. Hopefully the Thunder hits first. It did. It's good. I might consider putting my pre-position on safe stations somewhere else, so that when I get in a situation where I want to, like, you know, quickly hit a button and get people in, like, the specific positions, like mid-combat, like, say I want all my pre-positions here and I could do this, and then I can just place them like this, and then press enter and they'll all go here for repairs. I could do something like that. I'll consider that. Anyway. What does this ship actually have going for it? And it kind of has two things going. Oh, it has two things going on with it. I won't say going for it with one of them. At least early on. So, like, they're both good at qualities. So the first thing is the, like, obvious, okay, it has this. It is the, I'm just gonna put this on auto fire while I look. It is the Siege Beam. The Siege Beam is just pretty good into the boss and mini-boss. It guarantees that you have good DPS, hull DPS option against those two generalized fights. I don't know what exactly I'm going to get yet until I get to Sector 3 and Sector 6, but it's always good to have, right? And the other thing this thing has is actually pretty interesting, and it's going to be a little bit clashy with this ship because it's very micro-intensive, and that's the Vault Knives on the left here. It makes all of these raiders pretty potent boarders, even the Infiltrator, with all, like, base 5, essentially base 5, base 5, base 6, and then commanders, whatever. It's, whatever you choose. But, like, you have really good DPS if you can get boarding on this ship. You just, the way it's micro-intensive is the fact that they're all low HP, so you have to be very mindful about how you go about using their HP, and you also essentially need boarding support. These two, this is like a 2-second difference, so I'm just gonna go for the crate here. I don't think I need to go for anything else. Please get something. Okay, I'm just gonna recall and go into their later, and then hit their. Maybe I shouldn't have hit their weapons. Okay, so I refuse to do that. Okay. This ship can get very rough with no pause because the ship, with it being so slow, it essentially means that your margin for error is pretty large. Sorry, not your margin for error. Really the chances for error to happen are pretty large. Like, I'm gonna have to constantly shoot these armaments in decent positions pretty frequently, but I'm also doing pretty low amounts of damage. And I'm gonna have to do that for a long time. And it doesn't help that this is a Blood Cult ship, because Blood Cult ships, for whatever reason, just have more HP than normal ships. I was hoping a Husk would go in, but that wasn't. Oh, I pre-positioned into weapons there. Yeah, that's gonna mess with me. I might just have my pre-positions elsewhere. I'm gonna just save the bullet cannon here and then fire it. I should have done this from the beginning. Okay, yeah. No, pre-positions are still here, so they're just all in weapons because they were. Alright. Well, hit weapons, and yeah, I guess I'll just be constantly doing this. I'll put this on auto fire, just so I don't have to micro it. It's not... Like, the only cases where I'm not gonna want the Twin Disruptor constantly firing is like when something gets damaged on my ship. I'll put that into the Blood Witch this time. Okay. Now I do really want Cyberfuse to have decent HP going into these encounters. I really played badly with them here. Oh. Yeah. Getting the Raider modules would be quite nice. So all the modules, well, not all the modules in this game, all the like faction-specific HP modules got like some buffs. And the Raider one got like plus 50% suffocation resistance. The Imperial one gets like plus 2 DPS and fire. Like, they all have something faction specific, but they all got buffed in some way. So it makes them all good in their own ways. And Raiders got 50% suffocation immunity. So if I can get 2 of those, I can essentially have commandos without having commandos. Which, with no pause might be nice, although I would have to find the modules, and even if I do, that's 80 scrap. That's a lot. So probably like 1 would be good, probably, but past that, probably not. It also means that Interdictor A got a buff because it starts with an HP module. You don't have force shields. That's nice. Which I believe essentially what happened is support prosthetics got wrapped into it. And support prosthetics essentially was repair speed bonus plus 50%, if I'm not wrong, to machine slaves. And essentially what the devs did with this update was essentially just put support prosthetics in hardened casings, and hardened casings being the module that Interdictor A starts with. And yeah, that's just how it works now. They removed support prosthetics, or at least they should, but I think there's a bug that it's still in the game, which is kind of funny. But, yeah. Alright. I did kill one of them, which is nice, because it means they have, like, no repair speed. At least with a Siege Beam, it is a hull DPS option that I literally don't have to micro. Like, all I have to do is flick it on, so that'll help with no pause kind of situation. Alright. I can't really do much about that. Like, if I teleport him out, then I have to vent it. And then that'll work and all, but then I'll have to teleport him back in, and I really don't want to wait those seconds, and he's not losing too much HP from it. Alright. Let's go top. Gives me both shop options. I don't know what's in either shop yet. Let's turn that off right now. Probably gonna turn it back on. This is a pretty good sector. It's really long. Alright. Let's go mechanic. Has modules, consumables. This is Missile Bay, which Missile Bay is pretty alluring. And I also get more scrap going into it. So I could get like Shield Charger, Graviton or something like that, or like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go top shop. So I will, it's guaranteed I'm gonna roll Missile Bay, and I'm actually pretty happy with that because, so, I've probably said this a lot at this point, but like, some other of the ships, this ship has a dynamic of if you take 1 damage into your weapons bay, you kinda can't do anything, and it's very, like, this is probably the most prevalent ship that it's, like, on, that has 2 armaments in the supplies, because your damage output already is so low. So, the fact that you just can't do damage when you just take 1 damage on a 3-power weapon system is atrocious. Well, can't do damage, provided if shields is active. Like, the Twin Disruptor is fine and all, but it's honestly, in my opinion, Twin Disruptor isn't a great weapon. It's effectively Storm 1, but worse. Because Storm 1 you'd get 2 shots, but it would be 1 second longer, yeah, but you also do damage, which makes it infinitely better. I'm gonna buy both of these. I can just put this on the Infiltrator, and he would be pretty nice with that. A nice little thing that the ship starts with is the Scavenger, so for the fortresses, I don't have to go looking for a scavenger or some other method. I can just, you know, infiltrate him over and claim everything. So, fortresses are going to be pretty good with this. Alright. Missile Bay. Yeah, I'm going to get that. It's a pretty long sector. Alright, now where do I want to put it? Probably here, because it's close to shields and doors, which are going to both be manned right now and also later. And I want to save these for other systems. I have, how many slots? 4? Yeah, 4. Okay. So I'm probably, yeah, I'm going to just put it here. I don't want to put it here because this is like a good medbay spot if I want to get it. And medbay is like something I would get on the ship with these low HP. And these 2 rooms are also fine. You know what? I could vent these so I only have to do this in order to vent engines. Because, like, why would I never have this vented? You know? It's just kind of there. It's not like I'm pathing through that room. Alright. Machine slave. Let's put this on missile bay. That ace is gonna be pretty nice. It would be really good if I could get something like better, like Rift Bomb is probably the best example. But even like Siege Beam Claymore would also be pretty nice. And Heavy Flare would also be fine, but I don't want to buy Heavy Flare, like I believe it was in that shot. Because Heavy Flare is, well, it's a decent template, it's just, it's not really worth buying anymore. Because they nerfed it for whatever reason when a lot of the other templates got buffed. Yeah, I can just let that fire. It's gonna hit shields. Radiums are gonna be pretty scary. I need to be mindful of when it fires. Yeah. Alright, let's move you back. You go in engines. I'm gonna put a missile bit. Yeah, a missile template in there is fine. Particularly with how I just flubbed that with the Wind Disruptor. Alright, yeah, I can fire that. It'll be fine. Alright, and then we shoot here. The bullet cannon should go off first. Right before this like starts regenerating, so it should be good. Honestly, as long as I keep hitting this, I'll be fine. Bonk. Oh. Neat. 3 breaches. Would be nice to have that. A module for the suffocation resistance here. Alright, you can repair these. I'm gonna repair these 2, and yeah, I'll repair this, why not? Hold on, where's the auto path? Is it, okay, it's on the top side. Unless the Corsair probably goes bottom. Yeah, Corsair goes bottom, so I want that repaired. I nearly lost my husk because I wasn't paying attention to him. That is insane. Alright. What do we want to do here? They're both 9 seconds, I'm not too concerned. Maybe we can board this. No, I'm not getting anything done there. Or at least, yeah, these are Corsairs. That would do it. Well, even if it's scavengers, I wouldn't want to. At least with asteroid fields early on, they're pretty decent because I can, well, just ionize shields completely, constantly, and then they get hit by asteroids. So that's neat. That's neat. I do, so this is one of the few ships I would consider getting an armament, an extra armament on, because your DPS proposition with your armaments is already so poor. Getting an armament on this ship is actually pretty impactful. Hull Reaper is probably the best example of this, because, you know, it's just such a multi-faceted purchase, where you get hull healing, you essentially fix your armament problem as well, and you have enough munitions to use it on the ship because you start with so many, so the disadvantage of using munitions is pretty much moot. So, there's a nice bit going on, and it's all pretty good. Yeah, okay, we got it. Now I want to bullet cannon that. Recall. It'll be into. a suffocating room, but he has suffocation resistance, so he shouldn't like take too much damage, and he'll probably take more damage on their ship. Let's put the bolt cannon here. Dodge the ion, except I didn't because I went for shields. Play. Close this, open that. Let the ion through, it dodged. Alright. Dodge that. Oh, maybe I should. Ion hit first anyway. Sedge. Got a breach though. That's pretty neat. Alright, let's put the next bolt cannon into Siege Bombard. Because that's gonna start shooting off and I want that disabled. Okay. Dodge the ion. It is worth it to dodge the ion here so I don't have to deal with the fire if it does end up, you know, firing. Because it is... Heat Beam 2 actually has a decent cooldown. It's like 16 seconds and it has a very long beam length, so it's worth it to do it there. Alright, I could go for Shipyard into Shaman or normal node into Shaman. I think I'm just gonna do normal node. It would be nice if I could get, like, Tactical Vest or Tactical Exoskeleton for Cyberfused, so he gets, full immunity. Because that could essentially be my way into boarding for, possessed ships early on. Hello, Borg. You would be very good here. Oh, this is also pretty good. There's a lot of good things here. I think I'm gonna go for Mouth of Ariok, though. Because Mouth of Ariok gives you boarding with the Raiders. Yeah. And also, if I get Prospine, he has a gold check for an SDF crew, which is nice. He's also a decent boarder if I get into that. Alright, do I want to go for this? I mean, there's really no reason I shouldn't. So yeah. It's just the fight's gonna be annoying with the Doom effigy. With it being possessed as well. Alright. How do I want to go about this? I kind of want to just interrupt the Doom effigy. If I can. Oh, I was way too late on that. I'll just let them do their thing. I am going to use some munitions on this fight just to accelerate a little bit. Alright, that should be good. I don't need to use any more munitions, I don't think. You're gonna be taking some damage, which isn't great, but it should be fine. Oh, I got the 15 damage, neat. Okay, we're good. Poison wasn't too annoying too, which is nice. Oh, NG. Hello. That's a pretty good reward. Yeah, no, I'll just put them in shields. And I'll put you two... No, you three. I'm gonna do this. Nah, yeah, NG might be slightly better indoors because you don't have to cast, but also I want NG to move to repair stuff, so it's a bit... Like, both have their advantages, and I'm not certain where to go with it. I will put the bloat mites on stuff, though. I do want my options available to me if I get in a nasty situation. Alright, let's turn these off. Just putting auto-fire on purely is just, like, it's purely just to put less load on me for, microing. It's not, optimal. Okay. Blood Cult is probably just better. I have a Blood Cultist as well. So, any Blood Cult checks, I get. Equipment is decent. I'm not very equipment. Well, Cyberfuse does want it. Same with Corsair and Scav. So equipment is good. These two shops are much better, but... Oh, but I only get one shop if it goes for the Planetary Fortress, whereas if I go to the bottom, I get two, so I'm gonna go to the bottom shop. It's a little unfortunate I missed the fortress, though. Alright, how do I go about that? Huh. I would be more confident if I could pause with this, because I would like Chaos Rift over, get all 4 of my crew over, and then just start going, but it's Chaos Rift. And I don't have immediate door breaks, so I can't just path them all to the room I want, and I'd have to do a lot of micro. And I don't want to do that. I'm gonna teleport on this guy, I suppose, and get that disabled. Or I could go for their weapons. Or shields. There's a lot of options. I think I'll go for the piloting. Because I don't want the Doom Effigy. But I will do it. They don't have doors active right now. Stunt that. I'm just gonna send them back over. That was like a cataclysmic failure. Oh my god. I should have known. They were right in the door. You even had the warning on it. That's crazy. Well, the advantage is they're not gonna repair. Oh well. Very prone to cataclysmic miss micros. Like, I want to do this, but I also kind of hesitated. Alright, let's put this on you. No. Probably better on Scav. The Scavenger's gonna be boarding some portion of the time. I could go transport Gorshine here. Oh, but Mechanic is very appealing. With the ship armor, I think I'm gonna go Mechanic. I think it's much better. A much better shop than to go for the transport node. Alright, let's go on you. Neat. Alright, this shouldn't be too bad. Put Gladius there. Alright, they're recharging. I'll start using Gladius a fair bit here. I misplaced that. Oh well. I could have keybound that. Well, I did keybind it, I just didn't use it. Put you there. Well, Cyberfuse got stunned, but that doesn't really mean anything, because he can't move. That does. Gas Rift? Oh, hello. Alright, let's put a Gladius down and kill them like that. Alright, 22 scrap is pretty good. Moving on. That is really nice. Getting the crate. And their armaments can't really do anything to me. 35 scrap is really good. I'm gonna take you with me. Bonk. Alright. And then do something like... Nope, this... Yep. Alright. And now we can just kind of hit this guy. I didn't even need to hit their armaments there. They don't do anything to me. Let's put them all on weapons so I can like easily path them up or down with just like a select all. Alright. Because the only thing that's going to be like an issue here is going to be the poison. I could do something like that. That'd probably be the optimal way about going this. Bonk bonk. I missed the shields room. So I need to now hit that with the disruptor and then, I don't know, I'll hit evasion this time. Can't move Cyber Fused out, and this poison probably going to do less damage than the suffocation would, because I can suffocate the poison out of the rooms and be fine. Alright. Oh, okay, whatever, that works. Please keep firing. I'm gonna put another one there, just to guarantee the last thing hits. I feel like there's a breach in here, because they keep pathing out of it. That makes me think that there's something going on there. Guess I'll never know, though. Yeah, I believe there's like some sort of hazard in there, and they pathed out one of their crew to put another one in. Alright. And then they repaired it, so it seems like it was a breach. Okay, let's go, yeah, mechanic. Gotta get that ship armament. There's Storm. All Reaper, Launch Bay, shit. I don't need Launch Bay now. Hate Matrix is also really good. I want a lot of this. I could go Storm, replace it here. Or I could also go for a Hull Ripper. It's cheaper and it does essentially the same thing as Storm, but it's just slightly worse. I think I'll do that because it's technically I only really spend like 10 scrap doing that, and I get a pretty massive bonus in my offenses. So either now I could go fully with offense and go for Hull Reaper, or go play a little defensively with Shield Charger, and both are really good for no pause in their own rights. Like the qualities that you get, whereas like Shield Charger gives you a little bit of pause so you can actually do some micro on your own ship, or just prevent things from happening so you don't have to micro. So it helps in that way, and then Hull Reaper essentially finishes out fights earlier and also increases your margin for error with your hull due to the healing, which, you know, that also helps. I think that's more specific with no pause that I care about, because otherwise both of these are just the like preservation of systems is always nice, and then also just being able to resist very high salvo counts. And then this is always just like a really good offensive tool. I'm gonna go Hull Reaper here because it's cheaper, and I kind of value the utility of both of them pretty equally. And I don't need too much offenses now because I got Hull Ripper. So I don't need to upgrade it to level 2 immediately. Let's put this in the bottom room because a lot of crews seem to be, that are on my ship seem to be around here. I guess I could just pre-do you here though. Alright, let's put that power there. What is the keybind for that anyway? Hull Reaper. Shield Charger. It's somewhere really close to it. Okay, it's B. Yeah, it's right next to Shield Charger. Alright. Next node. I could get... This is also good for no pause, just for the healing. But, Hate Matrix... So, Hate Matrix is very strong. But I just don't like getting it. Because it always just feels cheesy to me. Seeker Missiles, Hate Matrix, and Demonic Lance are kind of the modules that I tend to stray away from, because I don't like what they... I just don't like how they changed the game, because it makes it a lot easier. Although this is no pause, I should maybe consider it. I should not have stayed that long over there. I missed. Okay, well. Too busy talking to realize I was losing all my HP for no reason. Alright, let's put a Hull Ripper in the empty room. One shot kills them, so I just need to get a non-evade, them to not evade. Hello, Chaos Rift. I'd like the scrap. I'm probably just gonna use it for scrap. I don't really see a reason to use it for something else. Because I already have Chaos Rift. If I didn't have Chaos Rift, then I would like, oh, I want to go get a Psyker, and, you know, I'm going to a Psyker shop, so. Ooh, I've not seen this one. I've seen this one before, though. Aged Ericon Temple. Undoubtedly centuries as a granite fade. Its facade is crumbling. The ruby trim without luster. Well, definitely not doing that. I don't know what this is, actually. Okay, get a Blood Golem. And then I get attacked by a Blood Golem. What the fuck? Huh? What is going on? Huh? You saw that? He just wasn't doing anything. It's crazy. I've never seen that before. Okay, well, that's going in bug reports. If I can remember to do it after this. Well, now that I have Thrall, I have Door Break, if I get Blood Spear. And this is a Arikine sector, so maybe I get a EBM here, but I won't be able to buy it. Okay, I didn't. But I did get a Gloat Might summon. Oh, that's rare. You don't get that one often. I will get it, though, because, you know, 10 scrap, so free. Even on no pause, where I'm not gonna have the hands to actually micro this thing to not die, still worth it. Because even if I lose it, I'm not upset. I might keep this for now. Because I don't really need to sell it. Because there's nothing I would sell it for, you know? I don't know. Here you go. I'm gonna get the Medrons as well, because I don't have healing, and I benefit a lot from healing, in encounters. Alright, you get that. Because, like, if I really need healing in an encounter, or, like, the mini-boss, I'm gonna really need it. So, I don't want to get in a situation where I won't have that ability. Let's keybind these real quick. You move out, you move up. I thought I vented that. I do really want Shield Charger if I can get it. Hull Reaper was a bit delayed because of the no pause situation. I'm gonna reposition my Blood Golem. It's not in a good position right now. Alright. I could put the Blood Golem here and have the Thrall man the Missile Die for now. And then put the Huskin weapons. I think that's good. Yeah, okay. Save positions and go. I'm gonna really want level 2 doors really soon. 3. Yeah, not level 2. Well, I will want level 2 doors eventually, just not right now. I meant shields. Well, that's a timing. Oh, I don't need even to do that. Dodge. Okay. I need to not make a mistake, because that's how I'm going to lose this run at this point. I might end up being a lot more silent in some of these encounters. So, like, I'll probably talk at the beginning of an encounter, but, like, as these encounters are going to get harder, I'm going to be dispositioned to not talk, so I actually don't, like, mess up the encounter. This is only... if I had level 2 shields, this would be so free, but it isn't. You know. Okay, well... I have that keybound before. What am I doing? I'll just recall that. And let's go over. Yeah, it's fine. I don't like no pause. Because if I limit myself to one pause, what I know what's gonna happen is gonna accidentally hit it twice. Because I'm gonna have spacebar like as an option to hit, whereas with no pause, I'm just like I'm forcing myself, and that makes me adapt to it a bit quicker. So yeah, Forge Enclave for Techno. Cult mini boss. So the thing is, the mini boss is gonna be very good, right? But Necrophage is better for me because I need a group boarding. And you got Thrice Cursed Reliquary and Heavy Translocator from bot, and both of those are tool slots, and I have tool slots in abundance for boarding. So, like, Necrophage is a lot better if I can get the correct reward. But like, Forge Enclave is A long sector, and B, the mini boss is still good. It's just, you know, not group boarding. It's gonna be Borg, Hex Priest, or Cyber Priest, essentially. Because I'm not gonna... Well, I might get stunned. It's a little dependent. But yeah, I'm gonna go for the longer sector. An abundance of scrap makes this easier for me. And it's in line, although it's not a great shop. I could go Mercenary or Ordnance here. Both are good. I might just go Mercenary because of the Machine Shrine in the way. Yeah, alright. Let's get a power into shields, because some of these encounters are going to be pretty consistently like 3-shot or something like that, and I don't want to deal with having to play around that without level 2 shields. There you go. Nice. Maybe you want to be a bit careful about putting Corsair in a system room because he has low HP. I did that way too late. I did that in probably the worst possible manner. I delayed Gladius perfectly so it wouldn't get it in time. Alright. Go. Pow. Alright. So I wasted ammunition on the Hull Reaper. Oh right, the keybind is B. This is 3 seconds longer? No, 2 seconds. It's not actually that bad. I'll do Terror. Terror is a good template. If anything, I can also just sell it if I don't want it. Oh, I'll wait for that to expire. Yeah, I have another encounter up. Let's go like that. You go here, you go here, you go here. I'm not going to put Corsair back in the room because I don't want to accidentally Chaos Rift him over. I'm going to have to immediately recall or even lose him if I don't hit it in time. Lots of scrap. That's really good. And then go Machine Shrine. Order sustains function, right? Yeah. Optimize. Proceed. Plasma Projector. Hello. That's a good find. I guess I'll give you the Blip Might. There's not much reason not to. Well, I think there is a reason to use Gladius for possessed ships, because Terror doesn't really do anything into possessed ships. So having the 2-second longer cooldown is probably better. Passion. Nice for check. There's a few War Cult checks, there's not that many, but, you know. Mind Bolt's always gonna be good. Alright, let's put you on 3, and you on 4, and you on 5. And you're on 2, and you're on 1. Okay. That'll be good. And go to the Mercenary Broker. What level doors is this? 2? Okay, so they're not manning it right now. Well, they are no, they're not manning it right now, and they could. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just do this. Oh wow, it's just Cyber Priests. 2. Thank goodness for Chaos Rift. Would have been a bit harder without it. Oh right, 4. Thinking, got level 2 shields, so I don't have to worry about that Thunder too. That's nice. Level 2 shields is really just a nice sweet spot. Like, it's always good. Like, even in the late game, having level 2 shields is good. That is another plasma thrower-esque. It's Tachyon Cannon. I believe I've had a video at this one already. But yeah, it's essentially magma gun, but, better. Okay, yeah, definitely getting it. And I'll put on you. But I guess I'll put plasma thrower on you? I don't know. Could get the Hungerers. And then I could also get Infiltrator. If I get Purity Staff or like Purify, and then like Graviton, what I can do is double Infiltrator, and then use that as a consistent way. Because when you have Graviton active, it's a lot harder for enemy crews to like chase your crew around and deal them on damage. So like 10 seconds would be long enough for me to use like 2 Infiltrators, break rooms around the ship, and get something done. I'll get it if only for the tool slots, though. Because I can always just put Hunger Bloat Mites on this guy and be happy with that. It also gives me an alternate border, where I can like swap out Corsair with one of the Infiltrators some portion of the time. And I'm gonna board the one without the Fusion Charge and Dark Matter Prisms, at least right now, because this guy's more valuable. I don't want to lose him, so I'm not gonna board him unless if I need to. Free Husk. Hello. Put him in engines. And Quest Node's in a good position. Nice. Alright. They don't have doors active, so what I can do is this, and absolutely obliterate this. Now all I need is like boarding support, and then I have a very potent crew. Alright. That's gonna be annoying. Recalling. That's the thing with Cyberfused. I wish when you recalled it'd always go to Throne. Because, you know, boarding Cyberfused and then waiting is annoying. Although, it might have some unintended consequences. I imagine one of those unintended consequences would be, like, it forces any crew out in Command Throne already. And something like that would happen, so they'd have to, like, add checks for that or whatnot. Anyway, let's put this guy on shields and put the NG over here, and then you can go to shields. Yep, because this guy's not repairing, he's just doing anti-boarding duties. So I want to put the Blood Golem in a room that's fairly weak, and this one's slightly stronger with the Ashen Priest, so Blood Golem here makes more sense. At least that's my logic for putting him in shields instead of weapons. I could also use him for boarding, but, you know, he does have, like, good stats, but I would rather use an Infiltrator or something. At least right now, I might, have him alternate boarding. Oh wait, this isn't ionized. It's not any damage. Okay. Oh, skeletons. That's really good for me. Because it means I can kind of just shoot their ship and be fine. I massively felt that. Well, it wasn't massively, at least I did something. I'm gonna be completely honest, I have never used the Hell Reaper keybind before. That's why I looked at it earlier. I usually don't use keybinds past like 1, 2, 3, 4. Or really 1, 2, and 3. In most like runs that I, you know, allow myself to use pause. So getting used to using keybinds is actually going to be interesting, at least for me. because I'm typically not a person who likes using them. Alright, Machine Priest, thank you for giving me at least something from that event. That event is really annoying because it's like, oh, I got a transport, but then you go for a transport and then sometimes you just don't get it. It's really annoying, but it's just how it is. Alright, let's teleport like that. And let's put the Corsair over. Siege armor? Yeah. And Siege Axe. Okay, that's pretty nice find. I'll put Siege Axe on. I was gonna say Scavenger, but he doesn't benefit from it. So I think I'm gonna put it on Corsair, which is a bit odd because, you know, I get more DPS with the Plasma Tower by 1 because he has more base. But I think I want to put Siege Axe on you because you can actually break doors, right? Like if I put on Scavenger, he can't break doors. And then I'll put Siege Armor and Cyberfuse. I am wasting like 50% of suffocation resistance on it, but like he can't move, so the movement penalty means nothing, and also does still give him suffocation immunity. It just means like I'm doing a little bit overkill on these immunity. Let's put that there, and I can probably solo board this if I'm being completely honest. Oh wait, hold on, I can just board now. Scavenger has... He had the Plasma Thrower, but it's fine. Took 1 damage there, because that's just how the game works with asteroids. After you kill them, asteroids still hit your ship. I don't know why. Like, shots auto miss upon ship death, but asteroids just don't apply to this. It's probably just because it's the environmental hazard instead of the ship that you're fighting. Okay. Retributor 2, that's a pretty good find. Splinter Bombs. Wait, Splinter Bombs is actually pretty appealing for Cyberfused into Demonic because I'm often going to solo board him, and he's also doing like a Plasma Thrower thing. So he's going to do +3 to everything in the room, right? So I think Splinter Bombs is actually pretty good here if, like, considering I'm only really using Cyberfused for it most of the time. And if I get like Adaptive Nanoplate, maybe I can incorporate like Corsair with 50% resistance later on. And same with maybe Scavenger with like O2 bottle. Same with Infiltrator with O2 bottle. There's ways. I'm gonna get 2 more of these, and I'm going to get the Retributor to give myself a little bit more firepower. It'll be nice going into the mini-boss. Yeah, okay, we are just doing the mini-boss. Alright, question is, do I want to use Dark Matter Prisms? I could also get Gravik Ray here. Gravik Ray I could just like auto-fire and like kill their crew over time. Oh, I can also show you the changes to Voltaic Cruiser, because all the mini-bosses get changes. And Voltaic got a little stronger because the Servo Excavator got nerfed. Like, there's more Borgs on it, I think. Or I think either that, or there's like another 1 or 2 Servo Excavators or something like that. I know that it got buffed in some way, and I think the rewards also got changed, so that'll be interesting to see if I see any of it. I believe. It might have just been the probabilities, but anyway. Like, Borg is significantly less likely on Voltaic. That's what I do remember. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I'll get some power for Hall Reaper, but like... Yeah, I want to break doors. So, yeah, do I want to use Dark Matter Prisms? I really don't if I could, but I don't know if I'm afforded that opportunity. Because I really need this boarding to go, like, in their room immediately because I have no boarding support, right? So I really need it to work. Alright, yeah. And I think I'll do it with Mouth of Ariok. Because the Mouth of Ariok is going to have more HP, and I won't be limited by Infiltrator's HP because he is the least amount of, well, not the least amount, but like Corsair is, well, I could put Siege Armor and Corsair just for this encounter so I don't get bottlenecked by him. Because yeah, 50 HP, 50 HP, 45, and then I can Shinsuke him here so he keeps it. And then if I need Infiltrator over on their ship, what I can do is I can Fusion Charge. Well, I can Chaos Rift and Fusion Charge. Yeah. Alright. This should be good. I'm gonna hope this is gonna work, right? Okay. Let's, I'm gonna take one antidote for Necrobarge. Yep. If I get that for the boss, that is. Okay. Already, the ship itself hasn't changed. It's just, what's gonna happen on their crew side of things, which I'm a little worried about because I haven't fought new Voltaic crew yet, so it's gonna be a little scary. Because there is a chance I'm not able to. I'm gonna put the Bloatmite into doors. Oh, I forgot how high level these doors were. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna really need this disabled. And I can always Fusion Charge, which is nice. Alright. Let's... Oh. Let's go. Tachyon is going to help here with the slowness on... It doesn't do all the crew in the room, sadly. But it does do some, which is... does do the one it's attacking, which is still, like, you know, good. Who? Hello? Yeah, okay, I just, like, shredded this crew. Alright, go back. Oh, dude. Wait, oh my gosh, I lost him to the... artillery. Should not be talking. Oh my gosh. I was assuming I wouldn't lose him, but I did. So I lost my repair drones as well, which isn't good. It's good I bought some extra. Damn. Don't even get to use my siege beam. Tragic. I'm just gonna fire all into the empty room. I don't really care. Okay. Yeah, Cyber Priest. Okay. Well, I lost my Ashen, but I got Cyber Priest. Okay, that's... all things considered, I think that is still worth it. Cyber Priest is pretty decent, and I essentially replaced my tanky-ish tool slot. It's really tragic that he got hit by the shell there. I believe that's what killed him. Let's put the vest back on you. I'll also give you Antidote. And the reason for that is, well, A, he just has a free slot, and I won't lose Antidote if it's uncy-refused. And B, it's, if he does get poisoned to a lethal degree, I can just, you know, click the button. It's unlikely, but it could happen. You never know what's gonna happen. Okay, let's put Mouth Barriok back. Yeah, that fight could have been a lot worse if I didn't get an immediate board there. Bubonic is tempting. Yeah, I'm gonna just go for it because it is a longer sector. Okay. What do I get? Fortress. And I still have my scavenger, so... there's that. Alright. Let's go... yeah, definitely going to the fortress. There's no reason not to. Alright. How do I want to go about this? Because this is a little scary. There's death cult. There's a death cultist in this room. So I can do something like this, maybe. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get it interrupted. Tragic. I didn't get shields in time? That's crazy. Alright, let's put Bottle Ripper in the empty. Nearly didn't get it. Damn. Okay, well, that should be good. I do want to prep for this, though. I do want Scavenger to be in a decent position to go alone, and I can just move him around. I am a bit worried about the large Death Cult Fortress. It is going to take a while to get all the stuff from it, so... But there's not much I can do other than go and see what happens. It is probably... Okay, it's not the large one. I thought it would be. Oh, and I got ported. That'll be fun. Yeah... Okay. Whoa, that's a lot of scrap. Just want to be careful with this poison. This should be a fine amount of poison, I'm not too worried. And then I can put Flux Priest in engines. Flux Priest isn't a great find, in my opinion. He's not a fantastic crew member. Like, the free power is nice, but it's about where it ends for me. Alright. My crew's, like, everywhere, and I don't know where they are exactly. So I'm just gonna, like, board Cyberfuse hook as well. I'm just gonna let the Flux Priest tank. I don't really care. Alright, you can shoot that. Fire everything there. I'm not gonna look for the war room or whatever it is, because I know it exists, but I'm not gonna bother. I missed it again. Okay, we're good. Alright. 42 scrap, pretty decent. I want to get to the shop here so I can just collect my thoughts in a decent setting. Or I could just do it now. Alright. Yeah, I want to put you here, and then I want this husk to go in weapons, I suppose? I do want some more tanky-ish crew. Actually, hold on. Let's put you here. And then you go in shields. Yeah. Okay. Systems, definitely. Shield chargers. I really want shield charger here. Nope. Okay. Could go for medbay. Definitely grabbing these, because I may need to use dark matter prisms for the boss. Selling that, it's useless. Cryofoam for good luck. Rift Bomb is a great template. I'll sell both of these. How many? 2? Alright, what do I have going up though? Either systems or shaman. And the system shop does have crew, which can also have psychers. So I'm definitely go systems there. Now the question is, do I want to go for the medbay? Yeah, I think I do. And I think I'm gonna put it in the 2x2 because of Cyberfused. Because I don't want Cyberfused to block my crew out of medbay, but on the other hand, recalling Cyberfused always gets the medbay here. I'm just gonna opt for the other which is cyber fused, isn't blocking medbay. Okay. Let's go over. This should crew kill really easily. Would be nice to have Purify just to like have some convenience against like poison ships with poison. But it's not that bad. Alright, medbay this. I could medbay the blood golem, but I don't need to. And then I'm gonna get an encounter where I need to. 3. What is 3? Oh, 3 was the guy who died. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. And that's why medbay is going to be useful, because I wasn't looking at my scavenger there, and then he just took a bunch of damage. Not for no reason, but I could have... Well, actually I couldn't swap him around because of cyberfused. I guess that's a quote-unquote advantage with cyberfused, is that you can't micro crew if there was no micro to do there to begin with. Like, with any other commander, what you could do is you could swap their positions, but with cyberfused you can't. So I guess that's like, oh, you don't have to worry about it because you can't do it. Alright. It's definitely teleport him there. 3, 4, get that. Alright, you interrupt all of them. That's fine. Alright, recall. Medbay. I could have looked for the 5 room there. I absolutely could have. I had the time. Because the 5 room just has a very specific line, and I'm not confident I can quickly get that line. So I'm just going for the 4 room. Because I don't want to waste too much time, like, finicking with, well, messing around with Hall Reaper. Necropolis? Necropolis Barge. Recent battle. I have not seen this one before. I'll explore it. They bear markings. Rescue, kill. It's probably one of these two is decent, and this one's like, but I'm gonna try to rescue. Oh, they betray me. Cultists betraying me. It's not a first. I don't really have a good one to go and interrupt this guy. So I'm just gonna let it happen. It is a Necrolurch. Damn it. Okay, well, good thing I have that available to me. Bloated. Bloated's nice. I can just put the extra one on the Infiltrator. I'm gonna try the other option for that event next time I find it. Alright, go for the shop. Accept. There is a gold option there for Death Cultist. Never take it, it's really bad. But I will mention it because it is present. It's just not good at all. I should probably check what the keybind is for medbay, because I keep having to like fumble around, sorry, for the button. Could get a upgraded medbay as well. I'll use a Rift Bomb here. I don't need to limit myself too much on munitions, so I'll use one. Yeah, it's a Hall Reaper. Get some hull back. Third plates, that's pretty decent. I'll put it on you. Okay. No doors immediately manned, so I can... Alright, that was decent. I do want to claim this, though. There is no empty room on their ship. That's a little dumb thing about Hull Ripper, is that if they don't have a empty room on their ship, you just can't use the little special thing with Hull Ripper. Yeah, go for the mechanic. Trade. That was a different portrait. No, that wasn't. Okay. I don't know why I thought that was a different portrait. Shadowfields. Oh yeah, Shadowfields got buffed. It's slightly cheaper now. It does the same thing though. And here is Bio... Yeah, C plus 2 DPS and fire. Yeah. Okay. Not gonna get it though. The only Imperial I have now is the Scribe I bought, and when is Scribe gonna fight in a fire on my ship? Like, I'm not boarding... I'm not boarding Scribe. Ever. Also, unless if I'm a Lunatic, so it would be a 25 HP Scribe if I got Metatech. I could get the Corsair for a little bit more boarding. Or anti-boarding, really. I'll get the Husk as well, why not? Have a party out here. Let's put the... Actually, yeah, let's put the Corsair up in the front and then put the Husk in weapons. Okay. Did he just... He does get bumped by the doorway. That's fun. Okay. Launch bay? No. I could do launch bay Shatterfields. That would be interesting. Because that would give me the door break that I want. Although Cyber Beast can't exactly break doors. But I mean, I also have it. I really don't need Shadowfields. And I don't really need launch bay either. Well, saying I don't need launch bay is true and like a lie at the same time. Because like, yeah, I don't need it to board right now. But it would give me consistent boarding into a room that I know where it's going. And I can actually see where it's going prior to even like starting the encounter through some hotkeys. That's the one thing I did realize about hotkeys is you can load the launch bay and try to launch it before the encounter even starts. I think you can do it without hotkeys too, but I haven't done it like that. Hyperlinked is useless. You know, it's funny. Why not? He's 50% faster. Okay. Oh, I lost my NG with the red drones. Well, okay. Well, the stinker is going to sensors. And I guess, yeah, you'll have that. Losing the bloated... so not bloated. I was looking at bloated, I thought bloated. But losing the NG with the med drones is not great, but I do have med bay, so it's not as bad, but it's not good in the slightest. Let's put this guy here. Alright. Didn't poison my own crew, which is nice. Quest node. Just free stuff, or do I have to do something for it? Oh, it's this one. It's the, it's not one of the new quests, this is one of the old ones. This is one of like the few quests that were in the game, before like the update that actually gave us a noticeable amount. There's like 2 quests, or like maybe 3, yeah, like 3 maybe. 2 or 3 quests in the game before that, and you just kind of constantly get them. Well, not constantly, but you'd get them pretty frequently. Like every other run, you'd get like the same quest node, or like sometimes it was like consecutive. Anyways, that's not too important. Declare. So there's 2 ways you can go with this: declare or refuse. If you do declare, then you refuse for the inspection. Oh, I have this bound wrong. I also did that in the wrong order, but whatever. I was probably gonna have to do that anyway. Anyway. Pretty easy. Got some nice scrap from it too. And we move on. This is only Sector 4, wow. Let's go here. Everyone's getting gun strength. I'm gonna teleport back right before, because I can just kill this. Oh, he's gonna die of suffocation. I don't need to board it any longer. Alright. Repair my crew's HP. And let's see where we're gonna go for Sector 5. I might, Prospine Jewel Sectors, which is the new sector. There, speak of the devil, it's right there. Can generate from Sector 2 to Sector 5, so I was hoping it was, and it was. And I might get some SDF crew, because I have Mouth of Ariok. I know there's a guaranteed one with that. Hey, there's a, assault here too. Maybe I can show off some of the new crew as well. Well, new demons. It's not really fun. And I'm not gonna get a system shop either, this sector. There's a good chance I'm not getting, Field Charger this run if I don't get a system shop in the next sector and roll it. So maybe I should have bought a system while I could. I do have decently good offense though, so it'll be interesting. Necrobarge would be ideal. Alright, yeah, no, I guess I just board here. Yeah, but like there's these meta guards, and these guys are pretty tanky, and they're immune to debilitating effects. Although I'm not relying on debilitating effects, because I'm not using boarding support, so it's not that bad. But it's still not good. I missed. Great. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna have to wait for my opportunity. And I get a very long cooldown on that. It's not great. 40-second cooldown, because I wasn't very nice. They disabled it while I was firing, so it just does that. Okay, that's not bad. I take a lot of damage here, though. Would be nice if I had Hull Reaper about right now. Oh my gosh. Please. Okay. I need my weapons to stay active so I don't, you know, get trolled and they bonk it and then I take a lot more damage. That was not good. Oh my gosh. Why? Alright. I might just use and charge this. Yeah. I don't want to deal with this in the slightest. Cyberfreeze, no. Okay, well. Yeah. Too much going on. I do not appreciate that. Those are some of the most scary boarding events in the game, and getting that with no pause is not fun. That is a very high scrap reward, though. I'm gonna take the DMPs, though. I got a translocator. So this is the new translocator. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. 30% chance to stun is not bad at all. But yeah, Yeah, I'll put it on Cyberfused. I get two options. I can either damage roll or I can stun roll. Oh, it's also a 15-second cooldown. That's actually not bad at all. 15-second cooldown's actually really good. Wait, is it all crew or just... Okay, it's enemy crew. Alright. Well, I lost my repair drones again because of metaguards, and I also lost the Flux Priest, although Flux Priest kind of did his job. He killed the enemy crew. And I did live, and I have everyone I need, so it's fine. It's just not what I wanted, because now I have to deal with the consequences of losing, you know, that crew. Yeah, just navigate. Havoc, that's fantastic. Okay. If you do non-navigate, you just take a lot more hull damage, if I remember correctly. It's a bit of an interesting situation. I could do Havoc, or I could do Tachyon on Cyberfused. I can also just use that on you, and you can have this. And then the Infiltrator that's boarding can have that. And I have a breach on my ship. You have it? Yeah, you have it. Alright, let's wait for this to regenerate, and then let's think about my course of action with the Havoc rifle. Alright. I could put this on Infiltrator. Hold on, I can do this. But I want to put the I don't, so like Scavenger is like the crew member I want to put it on, but he doesn't get a lot of HP if I put it on him, right? So then I want to put it on, like, say, Infiltrator, but he doesn't have the weapon slot. So I want to put, like, Mouth of Ariok is probably the choice here. Of where, like, I can teleport Mouth of Ariok for stun if I need it. And then I can get by without stun in the meantime. What do you have? You have Plasma, and then you have Seajax. I guess you can have Havoc. And then you can have Seajax. Nope, that is Antidotes. And you can have that. So you have the Photon Tunneler. But why would you have the Photon Tunneler? When you're not boarding with stun, so I should just put this Photon Tunneler back on you. And then just give you DMPs. Okay. Yeah, this works with me. I'm gonna take one of these for hull repair. Okay, that is my one empty node for the sector. So that means if I go here and here, I get an encounter, but I can't do both because I want to go here, right? So I'm gonna have to do one of these, and I may as well get the Shaman because I have a lot of scrap. I could get something very useful here, Psyker-wise, or not. Aether Shot's actually not that bad, though. That gives me a decent crew member to put Havoc on. Because now... Hold on. I'm getting to a point where I almost can do boarding purely through teleports. Mouth of Ariok doesn't have a lot of DPS, so I guess you'll have this. I'm kind of going off of Raider a little bit here, because I do want to get teleporting boarding over Raider boarding right now, because I don't want to deal with microing. Because I'm going, like you already saw in past encounters, microing is like the thing that gets me killed. Well, rather gets other people killed, not me yet, but yeah. Photon Tunneler, okay, 1, 2, you're 2, 3, 4, 5, no, you're 5 and then you're 6. Okay, because I lost my cybernetic. Cybernetic. So it's not that bad. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, so 3's here. Okay, I want 3 to be you, and then 4 to be you. That's gonna be awkward. Yeah, okay. I'll make that 45, just because I want a round number. I'll get the combat husk for some anti-boarding. That's like my one issue. I'm gonna put it over here, though. Because over here, he can do some good work. Protecting the Corsair and the husk, because you're teleporting. You're going here. And if these guys are my borders, then I should probably put you here. Corsair is still going to be boarding some portion of the time with Chaos Rift, so it's pretty good to have him here still. Did I miss any weapons that I wanted to put elsewhere? I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm good. Alright, I could get Cheesiness. Do I have a Psyker slot to replace? Not really. Okay. Let's upgrade you and upgrade you and put a little bit more scrap there. And I could even do a little bit more into engines. I'll do level 3. And I'm gonna go around that node. Alright. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Alright. 1, 2, 3. I think I can just only board this and I'll be fine. And I have stun on kill and a ton of DPS. For note, there is, oh my gosh. I didn't notice that there was another Flex Priest. I saw the Flex Priest on my ship. I was like, oh note, there's a Flex Priest. There was another. I messed up that. Oh, I still got a little bit. Alright, well that was nearly very bad. I need to be a lot more careful with these. Good thing I had good boarding, because if I didn't, I would have taken enough damage to not get it in time, and I would have died on 2 of my crew, and then it would have been over. Okay, I'll investigate it. I'm probably gonna get a nasty boarding event. No! Hello, Cyberfused. Yeah, it's just a scary demonic. Okay. There's a servo husk. Just a random servo husk. I'll do that. I was gonna call Reaper there, but then it got disabled. Oh, I did not need to do that. I was just trying to guarantee a kill faster, and I had enough munitions. Please don't kill anything. Okay. Oh, okay, it's just a 3rd combat node. Great. Alright, you have the plasma, you have the stun. This has O2 on it. That's worth noting. So I'm gonna double board here. Yeah, it's 2 tendrils. Alright. 1, 2. Yeah, we're good. I should probably put more power into my evasion, just innately, if I can. That's not something I thought I would be saying, but like, it could be useful. Just to avoid a little bit more damage when possible. Oh my gosh, no. Goodbye. Okay, we go here. Well, eventful. We get a bunch of stuff, though. 96 scrap is kind of insane. So at least I'm getting a lot for this. Got a coagulate and a Viper skin suit. Gives me DPS. I'll put that on you for now. I may want to put this on someone else though. Though the Corsair probably doesn't want it because he wants as much HP as he can get. Yeah, okay, well, I guess I'll continue. Although I don't like... This sector is maybe not worth it for no pause because there's a lot of very rough encounters here. And I'm not comfortable taking them. Okay, so they don't have a Metagard as the commander, which is good. 1, 2... no, I'm doing 1, 3 into shields because if it's Metaguards, stun does nothing. Though, because like the commander wasn't, but I had no guarantee that like the rest of the crew wasn't, so I boarded with DPS purely. Though it seems like it didn't really pay off in that case. Which, you know, it's still not that bad because they're not that strong, so I'm not too worried. Alright, I'll take the scrap, approach the signature, subspace breaches. Okay. Alright, and then we can just let this guy do the rest of it. He's got a lot of DPS because of the... he's also in a suffocated room because of Splinter, but yeah. Okay, Ancient Ruins. Oh, so, thing is, this is gonna have mind control on it. So, I do want to place my crew strategically to avoid it when I need to. Yeah, okay, I'll just put you here in the corner room because you're banned to the corner. So, like, if he gets mind control, I just don't have to care about it. Yeah, okay. And then I'll put you in the other room. And then I'll put you in the other room. Because if I get mind controlled here and I don't do it in time, I don't want the 8 DPS Corsair going around my ship. Alright, pre-purify this. Shredded Temple. Okay, where's the... So big crate's here. And I saw some crew there briefly. Returned? That's just a Revenant. Okay. I'm just gonna shoot their sensors for you, so you can see their stuff. Or I can just board it and blow it up. Because I need... Okay. So we have Xena... Oh, hold on. I'm gonna claim this, so I can pause. Alright, so I can show you around the crew. That is an interesting reward. 3 hull repair patches and 4 shattered. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. Like, it's a lot of hull repair, but like, it's not really good scrap. Anyways, this is the new, it's unique to this fortress in Prospine. It's the Xenogenic Worm. And the Xenogenic tendrils are 2 HP tendrils that summon mind control. You'll see them in a bit. It spawns similar to Stygian worms. And then you also have Chitinous. Yeah, it's essentially a tendril with -1 DPS and +2 poison DPS. And there is a third one, but it didn't generate on this fortress. But what it is, it's essentially a tentacle with drain strength and like 55 HP or something. So it's like a middle of the road, but it is a tendril, not a worm. Oh, okay. Well, you have that. And you have that. And then you have that. Nope, you have that. I need more crew. Alright, Let's fire everything here. Okay, I got a little bit of damage on doors. Let's take this. Alright, it's in a decent room on my ship that I can just kind of do whatever. Okay. I'm gonna do Cyber Fused into this room, because his HP is the least valuable among the ones on their ship right now. I don't know why these guys aren't summoning their mind controls, but they aren't. Which, you know, neat. I won't complain. Alright. Oh, I'm just gonna jump. I don't want to get in their subspace breach for no reason. Okay. Core worlds. Please give me systems. Oh, thank goodness. At least I get a chance. Okay, I'll take this. I'll put it... Well, hold on. I have 2 system slots, and I have 2 systems that I... All these are good. I can get 2 systems here, though. I can get... Graviton or Terror. I'm probably gonna go Graviton because I have Purify. Also, this got a price nerf. Well, price buff, rather. You know, I'll get it. It's a funny module. You can get Warbringer from this module. So what it does is it summons a random demon on a Psyker casting, so you can get Fleshlings from 2 Warbringers. You can't get Redeemers, though, I don't think. I don't know why, but, you know, I'm not complaining. You might be able to, I don't think I've seen it before, but I have seen Warbringer. It's not like I get this module a lot. Is there another shop? Oh. Hey, it's Necrobarge. It's actually pretty good. Because this is Necrobarge. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go for Graviton Field Generator, and then I'm also gonna go for Siege Bombard, because it's, you know, it's Necrobarge. I want as much hull DPS as I can get. And I already have Siege Beam and Hull Reaper, so, like, Siege Bombard is, like, yeah. And I have enough scrap to... It'll add more DPS, and I also have enough scrap to get it to level 3, so it actually does, you know, contribute something decent. Let's put this here. Alright. Go. Alright, and this. Let's put it here. Let's do something like that. Get all the hull repair I can right now. And any further hull damage I can use patches on. Well, I'm gonna get the husk here because I have consumables. And also I just don't want to do combat. Right. I could get, I'm not gonna go Infernal. I do not want to bother with the Possessed. Alright, let's... I wish I could depower, repower. I can probably do it with keybinds, but... Alright, that was decent. Yeah, there it is, Warbringer. Hopefully I'll get that on the boss, but you never know. That's incendiary. I'm gonna bump this. Alright. I wasn't predicting it to go there, I was just hoping it would. Well, not hoping it would, but rather, if it were to go in the 2x2 in that bay, I want that to just vent itself. Alright, oh, that's nice. Alright, you go here. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna let the incendiary fire a couple times. I'll take a little bit of damage, but I'm not that worried. It is Necrobarge. What is the keybind for Graviton? That's gonna do 1 damage, and I can't prevent that. I don't think I can really prevent them from doing 1 damage unless if I re-vent the room. Because, like, you can do it with pause. You can pause in time to get it, but with me not being able to pause, I can't get the incendiary down. And even if you can pause it, it is very tight timing. And you need to have, like, 2 vents as well, I think. Because having more vents does actually... Having more rooms being vent... More open doors that are venting at the same time does vent faster into rooms like here. Like, because of the 2 empty doors instead of the 1. It does help that a bit. Fury Missile, thank you. I didn't want that. 1, 2. Didn't get the stun, sadly. Doom Effigy. It's not bad roll. Alright, I got it disabled. Oh, missed it. Alright, Rift Bomb here. I just fat-fingered something. I got some... Okay, I got a Neural Lance. Wasn't trying to hit that. Oh, there's a fire on my ship somewhere. Okay, it's here. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna let that fire hit. Because I want to heal... Alright, nope, not Infernal. I don't want to bother with that. Well, looks like I had a 5 shield one anyway. Alright, close the door. No... Is this technically Psychomancy? Because he's spawning stuff? I don't think so. I think it's just passive. Alright, well, I'm gonna get the +3 DPS, which is nice, and there's no Necrolurches, which is also really good for me. But this isn't gonna be easy. I think I'm gonna solo board Cyberfused. I think he can do it. If not, I can always board someone else with him soon. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, you're kidding me. Spike shield. That could have gone very badly. Oh my gosh. Sorry. These repair patches are going to be very useful. Oh, and I get a shipyard too. Oh my gosh. That's very fortunate for me. Well, those repair patches certainly came in useful. I wouldn't have died if I didn't get it, but I would be at like 15 less HP right now. Because I got 3 from it. Well, that was great. Kind of wish I had more fusions, but you know, kind of had to use one there. All right, I'm sure you can understand. All right, let's get some power here, so we can power all of this at the same time. Okay. I do want a DMP. I think I want to do DMPs on you instead, and then I can give you the photon because I want to board this Corsair. All right, let's. Who has the antidote? I put it on someone. Also, do I want to use this Chaos Rift on something? You have it. Oh no, let's put it on you. Alrighty. I'm not gonna bother trying to get antidotes on a lot of different crew. I'm just gonna put it on these guys. And I think that's all I can really do. I don't have any other consumables in inventory, so yeah. Look at all that damage. I don't have my repair drones! It's gonna bite me in the butt so hard. Oh my gosh. Alright. It's looking pretty good. So much hull damage. Yep, okay. Fire a rift bomb at something. Quick. Alright, that was pretty good. These boss fights go by really quickly. With no pause. Because you can't really... There's no thinking, it's all action. And I also did have a lot of DPS. Oh wow, I'm pretty low on munitions, aren't I? Huh. Well, that's the run. Scrap has got to be really good. Yeah, scrap's pretty high. It's on the higher end of the average. A little bit above the average, actually, by around 56. The average is typically considered 1400 to 1600, so a little above it. It's pretty good. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.